as licensed security guards, you'll be required to join a union, the International Alliance of Special Police and Guards. These are your union representatives, Mr. Klepper and Mr. Lazarus.
Thank you, Clarence. The initiation fee is $30 payable now. If you can't pay, don't worry. We'll deduct it from your first paycheck. Thereafter, the weekly dues will be $15 and will be deducted automatically. The forms are in front of you on the desk. Sign them and pass them forward. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Minor point. What if we don't want to join?
There's a union shop. You want to work, you join.
Well, I don't want to speak out of school, but $15 a week to me seems excessive. Now, where does this money go?
Well, that money goes to your pension and welfare fund.
And when are the benefits paid?
When you're 65.
65?
Hey, what's with all the questions? This is your union. It's for your own protection. So shut up and sign the fucking form.
Do you have a pen?
All right, everyone. Welcome again to another episode of the Team-Stirr Show, a.k.a. Stewart Talk, a.k.a. Borges in the Bunker, a.k.a. whatever you want to call it. God bless you all. Welcome again. Welcome. Today is May 5th. I will be dropping this video as soon as I am done recording it. It took a little long because I got a lot of stuff to do. So, let me get the particulars out of the way and then we can get started. This will be a quick video. So, the facts, dates, and events presented in this video are from the members' best recollection and may not fully be accurate. This video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Always consult with your local union about your rights and duties at your local workplace. The opinions shared on this video are my own, Daniel Borges, and do not necessarily represent my employer's positions, strategies, or opinions. All views shared are protected under the National Labor Relations Act. Okay. Welcome again. I hope you like that little intro. Of course, that's the only way I know how to do it right now. Shout out to the Hispanic conservative out there. That brother was telling me about that video. That's a clip out of Armed and Dangerous, a movie with John Candy. It was pretty funny. I wanted to do another. There was another part that he recommended, but unfortunately it's a little too long and that might have to deal with some copyright issues. So, but shout out to him. Shout out to everyone who supports, all my followers. You know, God bless you all. Thank you. But today was a union meeting. Of course, today's May 5th, and it was pretty brief. Nothing too crazy. The actuator from the pension who monitors the pension, he came in today and he spoke on our pension. Kind of that clip that I played, that intro is kind of it's kind of funny because it kind of ties into what we're going to talk a little bit today. So he mentioned about the pension status. Our pension is extremely healthy. Thank God for that. Everyone's doing a good job with it. In 2023, the pension, listen, everything that I'm saying here, these are my notes. Could I probably made an error? I can make an error. There could be some things that are not correct, but always call and ask someone because, the mic system isn't the greatest. Not everyone speaks into the mic. And, I have to try to write all this stuff down while they're talking. So I'm giving you the most accurate information I can get. Could there be a mistake? Absolutely, there could be a mistake. So, in case something doesn't make sense to you, call someone at the hall or a shop steward who was there. But he was there. The number that he mentioned was, it should be in 2023 was 1.72 billion. At that time, it was funded 89.7%. It had gone up in that year from the previous years when we got out of the green. When we got into the green, it went up by 29%. And so now, today, 2024, as of January 1st, 2024, it's at 1.86 billion. If I'm not mistaken, 94% funded, which is an awesome, awesome thing. We came out of the green zone. We got into the green zone in 2023, and we have no restrictions. It's very healthy. Let's just pray that it stays that way, because listen, not all these unions are able to have the the blessing of this like we have. Quick update. Update the beneficiaries. The Hall continues to keep talking about filling out your beneficiary forms. Do it with UPS and do it also with the Hall, because if you don't, God forbid, something happens to you, who knows where that money's gonna go if you didn't update it, if you gave it to someone else, and then they gotta write it to an ex-girlfriend. Whatever you put on there, that's who's gonna get it. If you put no one on there, then that, I do not know what happens with that. As far as our benefits, there were new enhancements to vision. There was an issue that they were talking about the fitting fee. There's like a $60 fitting fee. If you would charge that, call someone up, and you should be refunded that. That shouldn't be an issue. I could be making a mistake, but just call someone up about benefits at the Hall. And one thing that happened today was we honored a 50-year guy, Joseph Feliciano, who I know very well from Meadowlands Feeders. God bless you, brother. He's going. He continues to work. He's going strong, and I love him. I received a lot of wisdom and knowledge from him throughout the years when I knew him, and it was an honor to see him honored there today. 50 years. Awesome guy. But congrats to you, and many more years. May you stay healthy, and hey man, keep working. That's your right to work. Right to work. So another thing that they talked about. Listen, guys, management is watching. Okay? That's no big secret, but for some reason a lot of people get caught up in nonsense, and as if they're not watching, and they don't know that they're watching. They're always watching. They have more cameras now than ever. And sometimes they got to justify their pay. So please be careful out there. Package car guys, don't sign for packages. Can you please not do that? There's no need to. You get paid by the hour. Do the job by the book. Because if you don't, when they want to look for something, they're going to find it. Just don't sign for packages. Please. We don't, it's wasted resources when you have to go in and you have to defend something as simple as not signing for packages. Everyone, we don't have too many. We have about 16 people up there, and they got to do their job. There's a job they got to do, of course, protecting us and representing us when we get into trouble. That's part of it. But if we don't have to bring them in the office for something, something like this, it helps, because they gotta be around to do other things. So please, guys, let's avoid this. Don't sign for packages. Feeder guys, a lot of technology out there. They're doing their thing. So everyone, please be smart. Please be smart. Today, the meeting was pretty quick. But after that, they got into politics. At first, when I saw what was going to be the politics, about politicians and who the union's going to endorse, I was kind of like, okay, I wasn't really cool with it. But as it went on, it grew on me, and I kind of get it. I definitely get it. I am not a political person at all. I do not like politics. Politicians are liars. And the options that we have for president this year are just terrible. They're just terrible. We have two, a Republican nominee, a Democratic nominee, and two independents. And out of 300 million people in this nation, over 300 million, that's the best we can find. And, you know, if that's the best, then we're in trouble. I'm not concerned as much as this year. I'm just concerned after. Because the two nominees from the two parties, listen, they're old. They're old. And eventually, within the next 4 years, someone's, you know, what are you going to do after that? If this is all we could come up with now, what happens 4 years after? And it just doesn't look good. So, the Teamsters, Sean O'Brien and Zuckerberg, they don't want to endorse anyone that is not for the union. So they had a round table. They let everyone make their pitch for why they want to be endorsed by the Teamsters. And right, you know, at the meeting we had a vote. We had a vote on what are the issues that we like, what are the concerns us. So some of the issues were protecting union rights, collective bargaining, fighting corporate greed, inflation, cost of living, retirement, security pension, quality affordable health care, immigration, climate change, abortion, automation, AI, and right to work. That word right to work is a very, very bad thing that we do not need. Right to work. Right to work is such a false... when you read it, it's false. Right to work. What it means is you have no rights when you do have a job, and there probably isn't going to be any work, you know, and it's so misleading. It's like, you know, Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is not a plan for parenthood. It's a plan to abort babies. And, you know, for me, you know, I'm a pro-life person, and just the name Planned Parenthood is absolutely misleading. Absolutely misleading. And so is that right to work. So, that's kind of an issue. There is a bill that's out, the Butch-Lewis Act. We talked about the pension and the Butch-Lewis Act. The Butch-Lewis... Oh, man, forgive me, guys. Let me find where it is. Okay, the Butch-Lewis Act, that was brought up to the Senate in 2017. It was shot down a couple of times. And, okay, so it started in... It was first brought... The purpose of the Butch-Lewis Act is to protect pensions, multi-employer pensions, if they go under, like what happened with Yellow. And, you know, people that have retired, that are relying on that pension, it's important that, you know, they're not working any longer, so they're expecting that check. And if they don't receive that check, it's, you know, it's gonna be bad. People are gonna lose their homes. And imagine if you're 80-something years old, the pension goes under, and it's horrible. So that act got introduced in in 2017 at the 115th Congress meeting. And so it was denied. It died. So in 2019, it was brought up again. And then 2021, at the 117th Congress, at its current form, it was renamed the Butch-Lewis Emergency Pension Plan Relief Act of 2021. That version in the bill was as part of the American Rescue Plan, and it passed in February 27, 2021. So it got signed in March 11 by President Joe Biden. And listen, the reason for the politicians is we need people that are going to side with labor. If you're not siding with labor, you're really of no use to us. So there was a representative in there from D.R.I.V.E. D.R.I.V.E is something that's been going on for a long time. It's money collected to help support and endorse, certain politicians who are pro labor. So D.R.I.V.E stands for Democratic, Republican, Independent Voter Education. So they're not for just one person. They'll vote for. They want to represent the best candidate that is going to support labor movement. We have a lot of issues in labor. This country is destroying unions. This right to work is a cancer. The man that was up there representing today, he lost his pension about 10 years ago. And, it's a passion. You can see that it's a passion, and it's hard to protect these things because he was extremely passionate. He informed us very well. I've been given to D.R.I.V.E, for a long time, for most of my career. And I really didn't understand it, and he gave a lot of enlightenment towards it today. So I found today's meeting to be good. It was informative as far as politics is concerned. We need people in office that are going to represent us. Regardless of whatever party they are. But then again, it's politicians. They're liars too. They're going to say what they got to say to get in. And, that is what it is. So look up the Butch-Lewis Act. And, your rights to work. And, they have like I said, they have the two nominees, the Republican and Democrat. And you have two independents. And basically, to me, they're all useless. What am I going to do? Just because I only have 4 options doesn't mean I got to vote. So to me, picking your poison, that's not an option for me. Pick one of the two. And I just, honestly, I leave it in God's hands. I leave it in God's hands. Whichever way this country goes is the way is Jesus is in control. He's the one who's going to put whoever in office, and he's going to put in office whoever, these people are seeking to follow and to worship, So that's why we need to pray for our country. We need to pray for our leaders. These politicians, we pay them just like we pay the union. They don't work for themselves. They're not doing us favors. They work for us, and we need to voice our opinions. Our opinions are heard during elections, and, pretty much that's it. That's as political as I want to get. This was a long video. I didn't know it'd be this long. But listen, that is it. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless this union, every worker out there. Everyone, please be safe. God bless you all. See you soon. Have a safe week. God bless, guys.